Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to me, everybody. Maybe we'll just jump into the game while we fast forward. This game is like 20 minutes in. It's game number 1 of a best of 3, but we can cast it at 3 times speed until it catches up, right? And then we'll have game number 2 and maybe even game number 3 between these guys. We'll jump into it. It's going to be fast forwarding for quite a while, though. It's going to be fast forwarding for about another 4 minutes. So Foggy's in the upper left. Keeper Panda versus bottom right HawK, Archmage, Blood Mage. Seems like it was one base from HawK. And seems like his push failed. Oh, it's DMF. Thank you for the 32 months. Appreciate you. And now Foggy with Huntresses. 1 lore Huntresses. Interesting. Oh, sorry. Now there's sound. Yeah, but maybe after this game for game 2. Definitely in the grand finals. Little Zeppelin drop action, little lames. Heavy armor Huntresses. It's cool to see somebody playing heavy armor Huntresses. I feel like we don't see it enough. But Foggy will go for that. We're just continuing the lames. Is he buying another Zeppelin? Triads now meet up. Miss Nero, thank you for the 65 months as well. How you doing? Good to see you. Expansion stopped immediately. We're at the 12-minute mark. This game, I think, is at about 22 minutes right now. So we're still going to be fast-forwarding a little while. Workshop now to deal with the lames. Maybe Blood Mage. Will we have a retrain or anything? Blizzard, maybe Flame Strike? Probably not, right? Don't really have the resources for that on one base. Foggy with the full Lamo mode with the Huntresses. Goes to barracks now. No, actually gets repaired. Did this priest go down in the main? No, it lives. Yeah, Foggy playing pure hit and run. 2 trees of life going up. 1 here, and 1 just finished here. Full lame. HawK trying to tower up. But he's towering up a base that's going to run out of gold relatively soon. Sentinels everywhere. They can be dispelled, but there's a lot of them. Sometimes you don't notice where they are as well. Yeah, we're almost catching up to reality. Almost. Who knows? The game might even end before we even catch up, but mortar teams in the back. Cannon tower. Okay, that's sick. Love to see that. Now, it's not as good against Huntresses as it once was, but it's still a cool tower that's very difficult to take down. So it's a permanent defensive structure, more or less. Whereas something like a guard tower can just be killed. He goes in for the main. HawK at the same time killing this Tree of Life. TP back now. This Tree of Life lived. This one, wherever it went, it died, I guess. Missed when that died. Hard to keep up with everything at 3 times speed.
A player's forces are under attack.
And main base are going to be running out pretty soon. In probably about 30 seconds for us at this speed. But for the players, well, 3 minutes for HawK. Almost 4 minutes. Pick up those gloves. Come on. Mountain Giant's coming out for Foggy, who needs to detonate a Wisp.
Town is under siege.
Hasn't yet. He's losing a bunch of gold. And now he loses a Wisp to the Flame Strike. That's a nice retrain from HawK as well. Realizing he needs something to kill buildings with. And Banish, not going to get a lot of value. So retrains to Flame Strike to kill the Tree of Life. Pretty smart play.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Foggy, 2 Mountain Giants, and he's going to be walking his Tree of Eternity probably in a minute. Continues to play hit and run. Invis Panda. Double cannon tower is awesome. Look at that. HawK with 800 gold. Foggy's main base out. Pivoting it over now. Still a red camp available. Panda is actually going to get very close to level 5. Oh no, the whole camp wasn't there. And that's almost the last creep camp, except for this one. Ooh, HawK killing all the Moonwells. Does he have a TP? Yes, but his second to last town portal that he can afford probably this game. 74 supply for Foggy, though. We might not actually catch up to reality in this game. Panda putting in work. Flame Strike is good. 4 Mountain Giants is pretty crazy, though. But not a lot of DPS. HawK has much more damage than Foggy does. And remember, all the Moonwells died earlier. HawK with a very solid anti-hit and run game. Level 5 Panda could be the difference maker. There's not any heal scrolls. Okay, there's one heal scroll. Never mind. Burned now, though. And now the Tree of Eternity's going to go down, and now Foggy would actually lose the base race. Note the cannon towers were not killed. Foggy trying to make time and space. Panda is good, but with no mana. It's going to be the last of the buildings. This is the last building. Flame Strike. Does he have anything else? I don't think he does. Level 5 Blood Mage and 1-0 for HawK. Alright, we can jump into game 2 now. Game number 2. Ba-bam! In the upper right here is HawK with the Archmage opener. With the Keeper opener in the bottom left is Foggy. Yeah, there was a shark. It was like from you to that guy over there with the hair that looks like dog ears away from me. What'd you say? He got attacked by a shark. It was like from where you're sitting to where that guy over there at the table with the hair that looks like dog ears is. Keeper, gonna get level 2. Claws of Attack, looking for a mantle. Ring is also pretty decent. Ooh, a little save on the Wisp there. Getting jiggy with it. Militia being called. HawK. Relatively early expansion. We've seen more delayed expansions on this map, even just today. Foggy. Patiently creeping. Will he go for early Huntresses again, I wonder? It seems like just Archers for now. I want to judge Foggy based on how quickly he uproots and moves this Ancient War. Okay, he's going for 5 Archers. Okay, so keep an eye on that 5th Archer. When that 5th Archer is done, I want to see that Ancient War uprooted and move to the lab immediately. Gloves, mantle, pendant. Not a bad combination of items. More importantly, level 3 for the Archmage is good. And the expansion is being started. Okay, 5th Archer's finishing. Will he uproot the Ancient War right away? Not important. Keeper Harass important. 1 peasant will go down. Uproot it. Move it. I guess it doesn't really have to move that far, though, to be fair. I just like people with very efficient Ancient Wars. The Jens is very good at that. Always be using that Ancient War. Another Footman going to go down. That's going to be... It's going to be like 1 experience away from level 3, or will it be the level up? No, there it is. Okay. Foggy. Level 2 Treants would be much his style here. Let's see if he goes for it. Blockade tower is up at pretty much both bases.
A player's forces are under
A
attack.
6th archer. And defend as well. Well justified by HawK to go for defend. And now we go for the panda. I'm really surprised we don't just see, like, mass huntresses. Is mass hunt not good against fast expansion for Night Elf? Can you not just do 2 H to war huntresses, get heavy armor, and then just all in the expo? Is that bad? Has that been experimented with enough? Maybe I don't know. Well, no, I certainly don't know. But, you know, maybe I'm overvaluing the huntresses. I don't think I am, but... And you know what? If they don't go for the expansion because they see you go for mass hunts, you just all in the main base on one base.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Ancient Lore actually might be canceled. Water Elemental is there. Entangle again on the Water Elemental. Love that play from Foggy. It's really is a great reason to not go Treants level 2, which is a comforting fact that you can, as a Night Elf player, you never really have to go Treants level 2. You can always go Entangle, which is the funner ability to play on level 2. Because of this, it helps you defend. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. He's going to have to detonate a Wisp now. Slight miscalculation. Or he's bringing the archers back? Okay, he's alright. There we go. Yeah, look how good the Entangle is. You'd think Treants would be the better defensive option, but no, to kill these water elementals? Super sick. Very clean from Foggy so far. For HawK as well. I mean, he hasn't got much done, but he's got an expansion. Does he need to get much done? Not really, right?
A town is under siege.
Footman going in for the lore. Drunken Haze could be nice, but he doesn't have to worry about the ancient lore. So nothing really delayed by HawK.
Player's forces are under attack.
Panda hoping to get level 3. He's going to get very close to it off this camp, I think. For HawK. Lots of towers. He's preparing for a bear bust because he realizes there's no Tree of Life coming up. So he's preparing for a tier 3 push. Oh, water elemental, the counter surround. Block. Almost got it there. But at the end of the day, this water elemental will give the panda level 3, so it's all good. Gonna have to work for it, though. You gotta work for your meal on Concealed Hill. Footmen go in again. You gotta respect the attempt of denying the water elemental in between the trees. I swear to God, if this panda's not in range to get the experience from this footman, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it! Officially, I've lost it. This Foggy guy really starting to piss me off, you know what I'm saying?
A player's forces are under attack.
Nice defense, though. The Keeper, the level 2 Entangle, man, really helping with this defense a ton. Panda going... Does he have to creep the green now, or... I mean, I guess he gets level 3 off a tower. But he's not going to really be able to kill the tower so easily. There's level 3, okay. Oh, he pulled the Keeper away for that footman kill. Okay, nicely done, Foggy. Roar, there it is. Zeppelin. Maybe a Sapper purchase as well. And yeah, HawK with solid repair, not losing anything there. Yeah, HawK was very well prepared for this one base all in. It's unorthodox to see this amount of towers. But he knew what the threat was for Foggy. With the extra archers, with the quick level 3 panda, he knew what the threat was. We'll see where the Blood Mage rallies. Needs to be rallied up here. And it is safe. Okay. Pressure continues over here. I mean, Keeper doing a fantastic job, but Foggy hasn't managed to get anything done aggressively himself. Next breath of fire going to be a big one. And he could just start killing farms, honestly. We're seeing now why these towers were justified. Militia being called. See, at this point, if you have a bunch of footmen, you can just start attacking Moonwells, and that forces the Night Elf back eventually. But because Foggy's defense with the Keeper was so clean, always using entangles defensively, he was really able to keep those footman numbers low. And now this base might just be broken, yo. And I don't say yo lightly, okay? I don't just throw it out there willy-nilly, okay? I say it when it means something, when it has value, when it holds weight, and you might just be dying, yo. But he's got to get back and heal. The fountain is almost open for business, and Foggy's aware of this. So he's going to get a freebie heal. Maybe he can creep the fountain there afterwards and then go again. Tree of Life coming up behind this as well. And the Panda, if the Panda can get the whole fountain, that's going to be very close to level 5. Off the fountain and then the expansion, he's going to be like 4.5 probably. I think the Keeper should run away from this. Give the Panda all this XP.
A player's forces are under attack.
He gives the Panda most of the experience. Now, if the Panda creeps this and this, I wonder how close to level 5 he is. It's going to be like 4.7, most likely, if he's given the opportunity. Red camp in the center. Needs to go to HawK. HawK needs to get level 2 Blood Mage. Ideally, level 3 Blood Mage, level 4 Archmage is what he's shooting for. Is this the finals? No, semifinals, believe it or not. Leon is waiting in the grand finals for the winner. Pushing again. Panda, not any mana. There's a TP for Foggy, so he can do his damage and get out. Shadow Meld on the archers. I love that Shadow Meld just to confirm where the town portal is going. If he TPs on top of the archers, they're Shadow Melded. If he doesn't, they can, you know, jump on the Sork like they did there. Really smart play from Foggy. It's a really great game from Foggy all around. This has been very clean. Showing how to very efficiently play one base Keeper.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mountain Giant's not coming out on 50 supply. Heroes go across to continue the harass. He knows this base was mostly broken. Once you kill the Arcane Tower, it's really easy to continue harassing. Wellspring more or less on time for Foggy as well. Has the luxury of the Shredder back at home to get all these upgrades. And splitting the XP between the two heroes that are both not on level 5 yet, so this is still some good creeping. Priest come back, nicely dealing with the Treants. Trying to get the Arcane Tower up. Arcane Tower makes this a lot more difficult for Foggy to do. Staff out, and double staff. You can go grab this item, which is Claws. And this tree will be mining in a couple of seconds.
A player's forces are under
So Foggy's
attack.
probably going to have to win one fight, and then he's going to be in the driver's seat for the rest of the game. HawK might have one advantageous fight. But he doesn't even have a supply advantage right now because 2 Mountain Giants are being built. I think HawK had to fight right now. And if he doesn't fight literally right now, he's never going to have a favored fight. But who knows? I said that last game. Or at least I was thinking it. I don't know if I said it. I was definitely thinking it. And then HawK lost the fight. Or HawK won the fight, rather. So Keeper continuing to be so annoying. Staff off cooldown 30 seconds. Panda staffing under the Treant. Arcane Tower not yet up. Although Foggy might be losing his tree.
A player's forces are under attack.
Does he have a town portal? No TP. He's got Preservation, Staff of Teleportation. But this tree is being pressured. Not by a ton of units, though. Oh, the archer's catching the casters out of position. Both heroes out of mana. Foggy could have just taken the fight and won it, but now he's losing his tree. Keeping the game a little bit interesting.
Forces are under attack.
Because HawK has enough lumber, he's just going to transfer lumber peasants over to the main. With a 5 on the keeper. Just like that, 1 base against 2 yet again. Yeah, Foggy could have easily won the fight at that expo and held it. But he wanted to continue hitting and running. Foggy does not want to take fights. Now he's going to be forced into one, but HawK doesn't need this fight either now. HawK can do what he can and then TP out. Foggy almost level 5 on the Panda. Anti-magic potion. Going around the outside. There's anti-magic. Does he have enough for a haze fire? He doesn't. Dispel the anti-magic right away. And HawK should get out of here. Should definitely get out of here, HawK. Level 5 Panda. 1 rifleman goes down. HawK did what he needed to. He killed this tree. Now HawK needs a whole lot of breakers. And probably mortar teams as well. Foggy, on the other hand, I don't know if he wants to re-expand. Probably just would want to wait for this to mine out. 4 more minutes.
A player's forces are under attack.
HawK retraining into Blizzard in a second. Needs another heal scroll. It's very, very important. Foggy pressure in the main base yet again. He loves killing peasants this game. And a full mana siphoned, anti-magic used, dispelled, and then he'll have to use another siphon. That's the whole point of the anti-magic. Oh, Blizzard value is good. Fighting with 3 towers as well. Very good. There's the siphon getting some value now. Down 20 supply, but holding on. Panda now finally out of mana. Entangle not used to counter the siphon. And I'll say it again, HawK needs a ton of breakers and mortar teams, which he's now getting the workshop. As long as the Panda is out of mana, HawK can win fights, but if he is not, the Panda is going to kill his entire army. Castle. Maybe HawK realizing, okay, I'm never going to have a strong enough army at this point. I need tier 3 tech for frag shards and polymorph and all that sort of stuff. All he needs a Filer to suppress the Siphon. He can just use Entangle. He can use Anti-Magic Potion and Entangle, and he should be okay. Because Siphon has a longer cooldown now, so it's easier to deal with. If he just burns every Entangle on that Blood Mage. Okay, so HawK needs to play passive probably until both bases mine out. Foggy's preparing to pivot his Tree of Eternity over, but yeah, HawK needs to essentially sit behind towers at either base and wait for tier 3 and wait for lots of gold, which is what he's doing. He's below 50. Retrains the Blood Mage now for Flame Strike, realizing he's seriously lacking damage. Foggy 900 gold left before he pivots that base over. HawK could think about town portaling. Okay, now he breaks upkeep. Breakers and mortar teams. Once he hits tier 3, I don't actually know. I guess Inner Fire, Frag Sharp Polymorph is worth tier 3. Still possible for HawK to pull this out. Foggy can't allow HawK to complete his plan, let's say. Mortar team in the back going to be so helpful. Can this be killed? Flame Strike, Blizzard on these archers. If they're microed out in time, and Town Hall goes down. Gonna have to be rebuilt. Absolutely has to be rebuilt. HawK instead builds a tower. Just doesn't have the lumber right now, does he? 2 or 3 around the corner. And now the Tree of Eternity will pivot in 10 seconds. Foggy preparing this with a Moonwell. No TP rebuilt, or rebought rather, because Foggy knows now he's the one that's going to have to hold. If he can hold, he can win. But he actually goes across the map. I'm surprised he's doing this without a TP. He could just play defensively. HawK not thinking about re-expanding. HawK, is he going all in? He just doesn't have the lumber, unfortunately. Yeah. Just doesn't have the lumber. Doesn't have the lumber to do anything that he needs to. Did he get anything on tier 3 yet? No, literally nothing on tier 3. HawK. If he just had another minute, that push was so smart by Foggy. The timing of it was fantastic. This timing is pretty good for HawK himself. Foggy is not mining right now. So if HawK can catch up in lumber, get the upgrades that he needs, he's got 2,000 extra gold. HawK needs time in this push. As long as he doesn't lose everything, this push will give him some time. But it's tough. It's tough to not lose a lot right here. Here's the panda. Jesus. One breaker dies. And now Frag Sharp finally on the way. How many mortar teams do we even have? I think 1, right? HawK with 1,000 gold. Funny, when Foggy pushed this, HawK broke upkeep, but he still lost the Town Hall. He probably could have just not broke upkeep there. But obviously it makes sense why he did that. Okay, so at this point, just breakers and mortar teams with your last remaining gold. Get a 4th heal scroll, and then go. I think that's it. I think that's all you can do. He's not really producing. He still doesn't have the lumber. Goes for Inner Fire. And a Knight. Knight's not bad. Yeah, I guess breakers. I don't know. Breakers would be nice, but mortar teams and Knights. HawK's army's getting a lot scarier. Foggy, you know, doesn't want to give him too much space. I mean, a lot of his supply is in archers. I like that HawK isn't going for a paladin. I don't think that would be worth it. Better just to have units. And now we have, well, we got 2 mortar teams. And 2 knights, I think. 1 more of each, and then we go. And honestly, a 4th heal scroll. Supply evening up. Foggy getting a little bit nervous now. He's like, what the hell are you doing? Not going to call all the boys, I guess. But, I mean, he's not going to wait around here for 40 seconds, right? He's going to go earlier than that, certainly. There's another mortar team. He's going to go for a fourth mortar team. I think mortar teams are the big backbone of this army right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now HawK knows, or Foggy rather knows that HawK is all in. That was a level up, right, from those. Level 2 Siphon now. Actually a big deal. A little bit extra gold for Foggy. And a fourth mortar team. Main base is out. And we go. Only, quote-unquote, 3 heal scrolls. Not an impossible fight for HawK. His army's a lot stronger than it was a couple of minutes ago. And a Foggy, 12 supply in archers. Dryads, obviously, 15 supply. All of which aren't very good units against the army that he has. Bears, Mountain Giants, fantastic. Dryads, if positioned and micro-dwell, are great. But against this amount of mortar teams, all the Dryads could die immediately. Blizzard Flame Strike, all the archers could die immediately. We could see a huge supply swing if Foggy is slightly out of position for a second. Also, on the other side of things, one Haze Fire is going to be definitely more damage than one heal scroll can cover. How many Wisps does Foggy have to pull as well? Not that many, right? Mass Detonate would be great, but it seems like he only has 7 Wisps in total right now. Oh, HawK's actually going to expand. Okay, HawK. He had a little bit of surplus gold, so he thinks, why not? Flare going up. This is a very scary army from both players. I do feel like Foggy's given HawK a lot of time, but he did try previously to push into the towers of the main base and was unsuccessful, so... Yeah, finally we have a Fairy Dragon. That's the one thing that was missing, and of course there is no flying machines. HawK did not have the luxury of going for that. Alright, again we have another base with 4,000, so half the gold, a little bit under half the gold. And we're getting close to the 30-minute mark here in game number 2. HawK with real chances. Foggy. If he doesn't win this, it'll be a serious misplay to have given HawK so much space. But if he does, then it was like, okay. He knew what he was doing all along. It went from Foggy having the unkillable army to it looks like HawK having the unkillable army. Double Chim Roost. That's something we could have maybe seen quite a while ago from Foggy. Okay, if there is Chims, there is no counter to Chims for HawK, and there may never be. Are you really going to break into high upkeep with just a single flying machine at a time to counter Chims? Probably not, right? There is Flare, so no reason to not scout it. But he recently flared the expansion. Zimmerling, thank you for the 26 months. Let's go, Foggy. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Oh, HawK gonna kill peasants. That'll give him supply for flying machines if he wants to get a few. Which he doesn't need that many, right? He just needs maybe 6, 7 flying machines, and that'll be enough to deal with the air. Because Fairy Dragons and Chims do not fight back. Foggy doesn't even have the gold to get 2 Chims right now. Not really, right? Such a passive game as we reach the 30-minute mark.
A player's forces are under attack.
Last remaining creep on the map being killed. Polymorph Chims. We don't have master training on the Sork just yet. Maybe one thing overlooked by HawK, but I mean, he's been low on lumber. Yeah, now there's enough flying machines. Well, there's going to be 3-4 flying machines soon. Don't have to worry too much about at least the fairy dragon. Look at the upgrades for both players. 3-3 about to be done for Foggy. For HawK. Not a ton of upgrades on his units, but upgrades for the abilities. Are we finally having a fight? It's been like, what, 12 minutes since they fought? It all come crashing down. It's going to come down to positioning. This positioning is looking better and better for HawK as he finds his way into a choke point. Panda, anti-magic, needs to be dispelled. Will be. Blizzard, Flame Strike. Mortar Team's not in the fight just yet. There we go. Oh, this does not look like a good Night Elf fight, but 90 supply with 2 Chims on the way. Panda makes his way into the back. Entangle to deny the Blizzard, but can't deny the Siphon because of it. Seems like first heal scroll only just now being used. Panda has a mana pot, which he already used the mana pot. Oh my god. 65 supply against 84 still. Lots of supply for Foggy to burn through. 10 of that's in production. In the way of the Chims. Still flying machines up in the air to deal with said Chims. And just look at the experience. Not even close to level 6 Panda. We thought he was going to be level 6 Panda a while ago. Archers, the amount of value from these 6 archers, there's still 5 left. 54 versus 69 supply. Level 5 Archmage. Chims are out. We have 2 flying machines left in the air. Still a TP for HawK, who burned through all but 1 heal scroll. Panda back to full mana with no anti-magic potion. Could buy one. But I think the shop just died, didn't it? Oh, Flame Strike and Blizzard. Pretty good. Panda. Nice breath. Chims are here. TP or heal scroll? TP or heal scroll? Or both. Probably both now. Down portaling out. Double mortar team die. Breath kills almost everything. 44 versus 54 supply. This expansion, 1,200 gold, 2 minutes of mining left. Blood Mage almost got level 5. You know, do you go for level 3 Siphon if you get level 5 at this stage? I don't know. Okay, a Hippogriff to deal with. No doubt the massive flying machines that will come out for HawK now. A lot of this supply is in the Chims that cannot defend themselves in the air. It's going to take big breaths to deal with that. Tranquility is nice as well. HawK now banking the last of his gold. We've been in this position before, haven't we? How many flying machines do we have? Not that many, but they are really good anti-air if they live. More flying machines coming out. Foggy. How much gold does he have left? 11 minutes of mining. This game goes to the 45-minute mark. Foggy would still be mining. Nearly. And HawK. 40 seconds. How many heal scrolls? 1. He needs another heal. 100% needs another heal scroll. There it is. And the final push for HawK. He's held on 20 minutes longer than we maybe gave him credit for. Was so close at this fight, but the Chims saved the day for Foggy. And now it's really going to come down to the air. Will the flying machines live long enough against the Panda? If the Panda runs out of mana before he gets into a strong enough position, the flying machines will clean up 14 supply of this Night Elf army. The 2 Hippogriffs and the 2 Chims. Blood Mage very close to level 5. I wonder still what skill he's going to go for at level 5. Because he'll get it very quickly into this fight, no doubt. Here we go. Wisps. Yet to really be detonated, but maybe a couple could be detonated now. Foggy has plenty of lumber. Flame Strike, Blizzard. Gonna kill some archers. 3 archers dying. Level 5 on the Blood Mage. Goes for level 3 Flame Strike. Flying Machines are losing the fight. There's 2 more Hippogriffs that came in. 1 heal scroll was used. The second one's still available. Hippogriffs win the air fight. Panda gets level 6. And Tranquility could be used at any point as well. 44 versus 54. But how do you deal with the Chims? There's no water elementals, of course. There hasn't been for a long, long time. Entangle to deal with the Siphon. Tranquility to heal up the Chims. And the Panda. What even was the Panda doing this whole time? And there's 1-1. Foggy ties it up. Okay. Classic farm. Archmage versus a Demon Hunter this time around for Foggy. It was keep of the first 2. So, I mean, look at it. Scouting all over the place. Is this really the best? Oh, no, you can greet the lab first. Is this really the standard Ancient War Camp? I mean, I suppose it's better for Demon Hunter. It's a better item for the Demon Hunter. I'm surprised by it, though. I am surprised by it. This is the more standard camp. Standard because you run to the Merc after? Ah, interesting. I figured this pivoting to this would be the standard, or in some order of that, but either way. Gamba over? Oh, yeah, 30 seconds. We're already in the game. What do you want, 5 minutes? Game's going to be over by then. Get it together. Get your head in the game. Bets are closed. The horses are already running. And you're yelling at the person at the desk. Because you can't put your whole house on stake. Alright, we're not giving out any more loans here, okay? Gamba's closed. Archmage level 2. Are we going to have a tech? Person has a lot of knowledge of horse racing. I used to live close to a horse track in Vancouver. If you know, you know. The classic Hastings horse track. Now where Playland is, or at least it's across from. Anyone from Vancouver here? You know. Frenchcraft, thank you for the raid. Merci. Let me go towards the expansion. Farms all over the place. My god. Is he gonna detonate the 2 illusion footmen? That'd be the first time ever. He's gonna accidentally detonate them. Yep, there they go. Dude, this guy is such an annoying creep. Oh, this is not gonna go well for HawK. This is not gonna get crept. Oh no. But you guys should be rooting for Foggy because Leon's in the grand finals. So if you guys don't want to see Human Mirror, you should be rooting for Foggy. Especially from BC. Yep. Vancouver Island. Boots of Speed for the Archmage. See, imagine if I put the Gamba for 5 minutes now, okay? You'd be betting on Santa's little helper when the race is already over. With that being said, Demon Hunter forced away, and HawK will be able to secure the expansion. Better late than never, I suppose. If a farm could attack. Oh, cool, Fraser. Yeah. Dope, dope. It's the best place in the whole world. I'm never moving away, ever. In fact, I hope to never have to leave. Pressure continues. HawK is looking kind of screwed. Can he heal up his footman? I don't think so. Yeah. I think HawK is kind of screwed, you guys. The first 2 games, over 30 minutes. This game might be under 10. It's not looking great. Lures are up. Almost. Notice how far away he builds them from the farm. He's like, I don't want you to see my lures. I am for Raraland. One of the few reasons I ever travel. It's for Warcraft events. Being in a touring band is not the best occupation for never leaving. I know, right? It's miserable. And touring in Europe? Actually, potentially in about 3 weeks. It's going to be confirmed this week, but might be going for the month of June over to the UK and Europe. Which is so exciting. Anyway, expansion coming up. That's exciting for HawK. And just Dryads? No, it is a tier 3 tech. UK technically isn't Europe. I'm not doing this, okay? I'm not doing this. We're not doing this right now. If I can get to France in 30 minutes, it's Europe. Mads Bus, thank you for the 39 months. Where are you going, Europe? It'd be potentially Germany and Netherlands, I think. But it's all not confirmed. It's not confirmed. A friend's band called Vox-Rea that I play with, though, is actually in Europe right now. They're playing Germany and the Netherlands throughout May. I went to the UK with them last year. But it's very expensive to bring a band with you, so they're not bringing a band this time around.
A player's forces are under attack.
Cities in Germany? I know Berlin for sure. Hamburg, I think, as well. I'd have to look at their Instagram. But if you look up Vox-Rea on Instagram, you can maybe go to their gigs. They're friends of mine. Go check them out if you're in Germany. The shows are probably free, if not cheap. And they're definitely not sold out. Let me tell you that.
A player's forces are under attack.
One bear ensnared. Could be a big pickoff. It's a lot of footmen for HawK. Is HawK kind of stabilizing a little bit? We'll see. I mean, it looked decent for HawK last game, and then Foggy hit his timing, and it was pretty devastating. But this time around, Foggy doesn't have a panda. So not going to be as easy to just kill the expansion, especially with towers coming up. A 4th tower again. Tree of Life. In between 2 scout farms. HawK trying to get 4 towers at each base. Has a shredder. Has a lot of footmen. Ooh. The roar on the range, killing off the towers. Demon Hunter Naga deal with the footmen. Really nicely split up from Foggy. And he has a follow-up plan with that Tree of Life coming up to the south. Very, very solidly not giving HawK any opportunity. Now TPing across with the footman. He needs to hold these towers. Demon Hunter just too strong. Shredder getting involved. By the way, when the Shredder has lumber, does it look different? I don't think it does. I think it just always looks the same, right? Whereas, like, workers with lumber, you can see when they are holding lumber. I don't think you can see it when a Shredder's holding lumber. Towers get up! That's what HawK wanted to accomplish, but he doesn't really have much of anything else left. Mountain King's on the way, I suppose. And GG is called. Foggy will go to the grand finals, and he'll be playing Leon in a best of 5 right now. HawK with a nice try, with a good run. We'll no doubt see him next week, I'm sure as well.